hell out of you. Say something else.
That is my answer to Spike Lee. Go to hell.
And people get caught up in the illusion of Hollywood. People really get.
Katt Williams has never been one to shy away from speaking his mind, and his latest remarks about Tyler Perry are no exception. During a recent interview, Williams turned heads in Hollywood when he boldly critiqued Perry's impact on black male actors. Williams, known for his unfiltered honesty, didn't just throw shade at Perry. He unleashed a full-on verbal storm, accusing the filmmaker and mogul of being a gatekeeper in the entertainment industry, someone who holds black talent back rather than helping it rise. These accusations have sent ripples through Hollywood, sparking a wider conversation about the state of black representation in the entertainment industry. Williams is known for his sharp, unapologetic commentary, and when he speaks, people listen. His criticisms of Perry are both provocative and significant, especially considering Perry's massive success and influence in the entertainment world. But Katt didn't mince words. He argued that Tyler Perry's productions don't create true stars. According to Williams, actors who work with Perry may gain some visibility, but they never reach the kind of fame that turns them into household names. He stated that an actor in a Perry production could walk through a mall without anyone recognizing them, suggesting that Perry's roles fail to transcend the types of characters they're cast in. Williams' critique digs deeper than just the types of roles Perry creates. He also accused Perry of stifling the careers of the actors he works with by keeping them in a cycle of mediocrity. His argument is that while Perry's work has given countless actors jobs, it hasn't done enough to elevate them to superstardom. He sees Perry's productions as confining actors get visibility, but not the kind of recognition that leads to major blockbuster roles or prestigious awards. According to Williams, Perry's productions often keep actors boxed in, preventing them from evolving as artists or from being cast in roles that might help them break out. Perry's work has undeniably been successful, both in terms of viewership and box office numbers. His sprawling empire, built from his early days as a playwright to his iconic films and sprawling television series, has provided countless opportunities for black actors. Perry has also been a beacon of opportunity for behind-the-scenes talent, employing a large number of crew members and giving a platform to creatives of color. But despite his successes, Williams and others argue that Perry's formulaic storytelling and reliance on stereotypes have contributed to the stagnation of talent, particularly for black male actors. For Williams, the issue isn't just about the roles Perry offers, it's about the larger structure of Perry's empire. In his mind, Tyler Perry's production model doesn't nurture new talent or allow for artistic growth. While Perry has consistently produced content that resonates with millions, especially his predominantly black church-going audiences, the concern is that this success comes at a cost. Critics, including Williams, feel that Perry's insistence on sticking to familiar formulas has kept actors in a perpetual state of mediocrity. And this is what makes him a gatekeeper, someone who controls the industry without allowing for real growth or development. The accusations made by Williams are far from isolated. Other actors and creatives have begun to echo similar sentiments. Some argue that while Perry has undeniably created job opportunities, the quality of the roles he's created is often problematic. One major criticism is that Perry's characters, particularly those representing black men, tend to fall into harmful stereotypes. The dark-skinned antagonist, abusive or unfaithful, is a character trope that appears time and time again in Perry's work. Critics argue that this kind of representation not only harms the image of black men in the media, but also reinforces negative stereotypes about the black community. This critique isn't new. For years, Spike Lee has been one of Perry's most vocal detractors, accusing him of promoting what Lee calls cooning and buffoonery. Lee, a director known for his nuanced and complex portrayals of black life, has been outspoken in his criticism of Perry's films, which he believes cater to the lowest common denominator and perpetuate harmful stereotypes. The feud between Perry and Lee has been simmering for years, and Williams' recent comments have reignited the flames. For Lee and others, Perry's work doesn't just lack nuance. It actively works against the portrayal of black people in ways that are both damaging and limiting. Chris Rock, another comedian known for his sharp commentary on race in Hollywood, has also weighed in, albeit more subtly. Rock has poked fun at the recurring themes in Perry's work, specifically the idea that light-skinned men are always the heroes, while dark-skinned men are relegated to the roles of villains or sidekicks. This issue, known as colorism, continues to plague Hollywood and has been a point of contention for many in the Black community. Perry's reliance on these colorist tropes has drawn significant criticism, with many arguing that he is perpetuating an issue that continues to harm Black people, both on screen and off. Perry has responded to these criticisms in his usual defensive manner. He has dismissed the allegations, often claiming that his work resonates with his core audience, Black, church-going women who see themselves in his stories. He argues that his work isn't meant for highbrow critics, but for everyday people. This defensive stance has earned him both support and scorn, with some viewing his work as a necessary reflection of the Black experience, while others argue that it simply reinforces harmful stereotypes. One area where Perry has been particularly defensive is in his work ethic. Perry has made it clear that he writes all of his scripts himself, often in an attempt to showcase his creative control. He once posted a video showing a table stacked with scripts he'd written single-handedly. While this may seem impressive, it has also drawn criticism. Many argue that Perry's refusal to collaborate with other writers stifles the diversity of ideas and voices that could improve the quality of his work. By keeping the creative process so insular, Perry has been accused of limiting the scope of his productions and perpetuating the same tired narratives year after year. In addition to his creative choices, there have also been rumors and accusations about Perry's workplace environment. There have been reports of toxic work environments on Perry's sets, with former crew members and writers alleging mistreatment. In one high-profile case, Perry fired the entire writing staff at House of Pain after they asked for union contracts. Incidents like this have only strengthened Katt Williams' accusations that Perry's system is one that exploits talent rather than nurtures it. Despite the criticism, Perry's empire remains strong. His Atlanta-based studio is a monument to his success, and his philanthropic efforts have made a real impact on the lives of many. Perry has undoubtedly created jobs, elevated Black voices, and opened doors for countless actors and crew members. But the question remains, is he lifting up the Black community, or is he keeping it in a cycle of mediocrity? This broader question about Perry's impact on the Black community is something that Katt Williams continues to address. His critique of Perry is not just about the roles actors play, but about the system. Perry has built a system that, in Williams' view, exploits talent rather than fostering it. It's a harsh critique, but one that reflects the concerns of many in Hollywood, particularly Black creatives, who feel that Perry's influence is more about control than elevation. While Williams and others criticize Perry for his approach to storytelling and his business practices, it's worth noting that Perry's defenders argue that he is doing the best he can within a system that is inherently flawed. His loyal audience, particularly those in the Black community, remain fiercely supportive of him, seeing his work as a necessary representation of their lives. But as the criticisms mount, it's clear that Perry's legacy will ultimately be shaped not just by his success, but by how he responds to the changing landscape of Hollywood and the questions about the responsibility he bears for the roles he creates. And then there's the issue of his counterpart, Sean "Diddy" Combs, another mogul who has found himself under intense scrutiny in recent years. Known for his massive influence in the music industry, Diddy's empire has also been marred by controversy. Allegations of misconduct, abuse, and manipulation have followed him throughout his career. Much like Perry, Diddy has built a career that spans multiple industries, from music and fashion to liquor and acting. But behind his success, rumors of shady dealings and questionable behavior have always lurked, and now those whispers are growing louder. Diddy's recent legal troubles, including lawsuits and federal investigations, have cast a long shadow over his career. Allegations from former employees, including his former videographer, Rodney "Lilrid" Jones, suggest that Diddy has cultivated an environment of exploitation, using his power to silence critics and maintain control over his empire. These allegations are far-reaching, with claims of secret recordings, manipulation, and intimidation, all of which add to the growing criticism of powerful figures in Hollywood and the entertainment industry. Both Perry and Diddy share common ground in their careers. They've both been accused of controlling environments, using their influence to keep others in line, and suppressing dissent. In many ways, the controversies surrounding both men speak to a larger issue in Hollywood: the concentration of power in the hands of a few individuals and the unchecked authority they wield over those who work for them. The entertainment industry, for all its glitz and glamour, is rife with power dynamics, and the actions of Perry and Diddy have brought these issues to the forefront. As more allegations emerge, the entertainment world is being forced to confront the ways in which power and influence are used and often abused to maintain control. For Perry and Diddy, their legacies will be shaped not just by their successes, but by how they address the criticisms and allegations against them. As the conversations around these two moguls continue, it's clear that the entertainment industry is at a crossroads. The age of unchecked power is beginning to face challenges, and whether these challenges lead to meaningful change or simply more headlines remains to be seen. One thing is certain: the entertainment industry's reckoning has arrived, and the question remains, who's next?